Two receivers, Cooley top of the screen against Kenneth Lyons. Red Feather to throw. Red Feather going to the end zone. It is a touchdown. Cooley, the Bulldogs have the lead.
Two to the left, one to the right. In the backfield is Streeter with one more. Hand off Streeter, gonna try to find a hole. He does. He's gonna try to break another tackle. He does. Out to the 20. He's gonna go for the pylon, and he's gonna get in to the house. Reggie Streeter with his fourth touchdown scamper of the day gives Louisiana their first lead of the day.
You might want to look at Reggie Streeter with his fourth touchdown, but watch the block here. It looked like number 59 for the Vancouver Legion here was going to have the angle on him.
On the previous play, you know, they represent the city of broad shoulders.
The player with railroads.
And the throw by Donnell is complete to Jamal Wooding, and he scores the touchdown on the very next play. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Wow, Atlanta derails the Chicago defense on their play. He gets behind him.
It's just everybody let him go, and Maurice Spurgeon was the only one back.
Two backs and three receivers as Marconi drops to throw. And no pressure on Marconi at all. The pass is picked off, and the defender, or the receiver, fell over. That's Koyama Shigeki, and he scores. Touchdown Legends on a pick six from Marconi. And the receiver fell over as he breaks for the football. Actually, Cooley thought he had a catch and was just trying to get his feet in bounds. And the Legends,
second down and 6. Pine is down 4. Cantrell empty backfield, and Cantrell up his back foot. Touchdown! What a throw from Cody Cantrell to DR Sim. That was masterful.
I thought that for sure was going to be knocked away or picked off. Anytime you see any SFL quarterback scrambling out of the pocket, it's usually not a good sign, but DR Sim gets so wide open here that he has such a huge target there for
Step drop from Pickler over the middle. Another interception. Good
pass.
And a big game last week, and he's off to the races. No one can catch him. Baltimore are cruising here in the first half. Touchdown Vultures.
And we just talked about it. Johnny could not afford the mistakes. That's his second interception thrown here in his first half. Alvin Mack, I've said it time and time again, every time I call their games, he gets sidelined to sideline as well as any linebacker in this league. He takes advantage of a bad situation and turns it to 6.
They'll start off with no Jared McChesney, and Josh Miller will throw. Looking top of the screen, it's picked off right into the hands of Iverson Gamble. A great start for Arizona. Gamble chasing down to the sideline, and Jeremy Mosley prevents a touchdown. What a play for Iverson Gamble, the 7th-year corner, and what a start for the Scorpions.
Second down and 10, 3 receivers. Now they go to Parker on a stretch. Haven't seen that much of the night. Breaks the tackle, and then another, and he's down at the 1. He looked into me, honestly. Let's see the replay again. Parker breaks 2 tackles. Orlando's just throwing a little bit of everything at him tonight, and he's off.
3 receiver set. William Dula in the gun. William Dula to throw, firing deep over the middle. Has a man, Jalen Miller, past the defenders, 5, touchdown, Carolina. Jeff Duffy in the chat just now saying Carolina is never out of it. Don't count them out yet. Well, there you go.
Bombs away, boys. Here it comes. Down the seam, just running to go, and no one's going to catch Jalen Miller. He's the biggest receiving threat.
And Legacy both off to the right side. And Garcia will pass. Garcia's in trouble, avoids a sack, fires deep down the field. The pass is caught. What a catch in traffic. It's a touchdown. Daniel Garcia makes an incredible play, launches it down the field to Clint Myers. And Clint Myers a little upset that Studwell's getting all the love. Over the outstretched arms of A.J. Levy, and Myers gets
Welcome to the great state of Minnesota. Week 12 of the SFL continues here on Sunday, April 2nd, where the Minnesota Legends will take on the Jacksonville Kings. And hello and welcome to Northwood Stadium here in St. Paul, Minnesota. I'm Tyler Falk. Happy to have your company. And alongside me here in the booth, fresh off of her quick teleportation into the booth, it's Rochelle Golston. Rochelle, Minnesota is licking their wounds after that loss on Next Level Sports to Tulsa last weekend. They come in playing Jacksonville, who have now been informed, unfortunately, their 7-loss campaign will see them not compete in the playoffs come postseason time.
Let's see if Jacksonville can play spoiler tonight, Tyler. I mean, according to the standings right now, Minnesota has to win this one to even stay in the wild card contention.
This is going to be weird, folks. I don't know about you and those that follow Minnesota sports in general, but I think it's kind of weird that a purple and gold team is the away team here in Minnesota, as the Legends wear, of course, their traditional green and silvers. As the Legends will get the toss, they will choose to defer to the second half, I believe. But out here in just a moment, the Kings wearing their white tops, purple bottoms, in contrast to the Legends, as it will be the Minnesota Legend to kick off. Here to begin matters here, Mickey Malillo is set to get us underway. Dill Swayze back deep to return the opening kick, as 5 punt return touchdowns, as here we go. Swayze yet to get on the board in a kickoff return fashion. We'll see if he can do anything here today, as his first return gets up to the 25-yard line, and out brings O.J. Bruin, the quarterback for Jacksonville. And unfortunately for O.J., there hasn't been a whole lot of bright spots to look forward to, but I will say this, he is 2 touchdowns away from tying his career best of 17 set back in season 18.
Yeah, Tyler, he's run 34 interceptions this year. That's like the first in the league, so.
And up goes to Sean Sanders. He gets maybe a yard before Axel Raven brings him down, and let's meet the rest of that Kings offense. Sean Sanders, the tailback, along with Brent Foreman, the fullback. Wide receivers are Christopher Ochoa, Kingston Ellington, Dill Swayze, Goldie Morrison, and Joseph Boudet. A full 5-pack of wideouts, all of them off the field, as Joel Horriman leads the tight end core, as the handoff for Sanders goes left side, nothing doing. He'll lose the yard he gained on first down, and another one on top of it.
Yeah, the run game has not been a very great one for Jacksonville so far.
Jacksonville averaging right around 82 yards a game on the ground. That's good for 19th in the league. Sanders struggling in some spots, finding room on others. Deep shot left side, nearly taken away on Bruin's first passing attempt of the game. That was intended for Ochoa, and they quit bringing out for the purple and gold of Jacksonville.
Yeah, Cody Griffin was step-by-step with him. He's reached up his hand, and nice little pass deflection there.
Out comes the punting unit for Jacksonville, led by Howard McCoy. Stand right around his 9-yard line as Minnesota look to send some pressure. McCoy's punt is well on its way. Adam Banks will call fair catch at the 43. He hauls that in without any fuss. Out comes Johnny Reno, now the quarterback for Minnesota. He's a touchdown shy himself of a milestone, making 55 career touchdowns with just one here tonight, and wasn't able to get a single one last week versus Tulsa in the loss. 0 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. We'll talk more about how that turnover differential worked out for Minnesota last week, or as I should say, didn't work out. And fullback Chris Komisak got 9 carries, an equal share of the workload on the ground last week. He starts off the day with a fullback dive for a gain of 3 yards. Let's meet the rest of the Legend offense. Colin Hart is the halfback, Comisac the fullback. Jay Taylor, Adam Banks, Quag Mam, and Buchanan Simons are the wideouts with Jason France and Christian Bachagalupe at side end. Reno looks right side on for Colin Hart. Good spin move, bouncing out of another tackle, and Colin Hart has a pickup of 5 for the Jacksonville 49.
I find it interesting, Tyler. Colin Hart and Chris Comisac basically split carries. They're almost even.
Didn't look like last week, as I was on the call with that alongside Nate Hall for that football game. The fullback dive wasn't really working. I wonder if they maybe changed a couple things up in the playbook after last week. Reno looking near side, will try to find Comisac, and commentators curse, unfortunately, for the head coach fullback combo as he drops the wide open pass near side, and Minnesota will have to punt.
Wow, 2 3 and outs. One for each team here. Let's see if Jacksonville can answer and get some move the chains once.
Well, if you're Minnesota, you're shaking your head at this point, but if you're Jacksonville, you're breathing a sigh of relief. Very fortunate to get off the field, as they've been one of the worst in terms of third down defense, letting up around 59%. They get off on the right foot here tonight. Here comes Swayze on the return, and Minnesota knows how dangerous he could be. He's taken down at the 15-yard line. And let's introduce you now to that Minnesota legend defense. Mark Mello, Max Knight, Buster Johnson, and Angela Meerkat are the defensive linemen, with Axel Raven, B.J. Loveless, and Juan, Mississippi at linebacker. Cody Griffin and Johnny Bravo are the corners. Bravo had a hat trick of interceptions last week versus Tulsa. Daniel Wright, Rick Evans, Tigga Clay, and Derek Meerkat are your safeties. Power I, stretch play near side, and Sanders is only able to get 2 yards, get him back to maybe a gain of 1 through his first 3 carries of the ball game.
Yeah, great pursuit there by Juan, Mississippi with the tackle. An open field.
We'll go back to those turnovers quickly in the last game for Minnesota. 6 total turnovers for their defense. The offense let up 4, and they won the turnover battle, but lost the war, aka the game, against Tulsa. Handoff up the middle. Sanders goes backward a yard, and now he's right back to where he started.
Yeah, they keep trying this run up the middle, and just not working for them right now.
A bit of give and take, and they're going to force O.J. Bruin into these passing situations. 0 of 1 on that first drive. Looked left for Ochoa on a go route that was nearly intercepted. We'll see if things change here on this play. Pass over the middle, looking for Ellington, just out of the outstretched arms of Ellington, and it's 3 straight. Bringing out, defense is playing very well to begin matters here.
We haven't seen a whole lot of offense yet, Tyler.
Hopefully that changes. I'm certain the fans here on YouTube and the fans here in Northwoods Stadium were expecting a little bit more out of, especially their offense, which they'll get a chance to see here shortly. Howard McCoy, his second punt of the ball game comes from the 1-inch yard line. Another punt where he is not pressured at all. Banks still inside the 50. Nice move, and he is taken down hard at the Jacksonville 43-yard line. That is where Minnesota will set up shop. First drive for either team, starting in plus territory.
And what great field position do they have here? It was actually a pretty good punt from your own end zone.
And it will trot the line under center. Split backfield with a wide receiver tight on the line off to the right. They're on first down. They go with Comisac up the middle. Second carry of the ball game, 2 yards. That's about what we saw from him last week versus Tulsa. Only 11 yards in that football game as the Jacksonville defense come up strong. And we'll introduce you now to that King defense. Taquan Hale, Joey Schwitt, Logan Gardner, and Forrest Dalton are the linemen with him. TJ Harper, John Martin, and Stan Diamond, the linebackers. Bernard Gooden, Nathan Kerr, Ricky Roberts in the corners. Young Bott, Jorge Torres, alongside Toby Knurr are the safeties, as here goes Colin Hart. Right side to the 21-yard line. Good opening run. His first carry of the ball game is well over 20 yards.
Yeah, I was just going to say, we haven't seen Colin Hart carry the ball yet, but we just saw him carry it here. And great pickup there.
That is something we've seen in spurts all season long. Just hasn't been able to get as many carries. I know that Komisak likes to give the fullback a football early and often, and it takes away from him a little bit of parts production. He's top 4 in league history in terms of total yards. If they go back to him, this time they go to the air, has 2 defenders on him, and he can get 2 yards to show for it. He's taken down by TJ at the 18-yard line.
Yeah, great open field tackle by TJ Harper there. Nice pursuit.
Second and 8 now from the 18. 4 wide outs here for Johnny Reno as he stands alone in the gun. Jacksonville in a 3-2 dime package. Reno to throw. Slants over the middle, and that is caught behind the defense. John Martin brings him down. Late flags come in, and we head down to the field for R62 to give us the call. I didn't see what it was.
Late hit, maybe? No.
They're going to call pass interference on John Martin. I thought that was a pretty bang-bang play. Not so, says R62. Adam Banks with the reception. That'll tack on a few yards for Minnesota. It'll be 1st and goal.
If you're Jacksonville, you can't give Minnesota anything, especially 3 yards. When you're in your, they're in your red zone now.
Minnesota now at Jacksonville's 8-yard line. Come out in an I formation. Jacksonville show blitz. Hart up the middle. Can he get to the end zone? No. 6 yards. Young Vaught there on the stop.
And that time, Colin Hart got a big hole up the middle and just break through to the secondary there for all the yards. And they're on the 2-yard line.
Jacksonville coming out in a goal line offense. 2 wide receivers near side here for Minnesota. Only 1 DB in the area. He'll try a stretch play with Hart. Can he get a couple blocks? Yes, he can. Touchdown, Minnesota legend.
Basically, it was like great blocking, little stutter step there, and just basically got to the end zone untouched.
Take a look again. They put the extra wide out. Buchanan Simon's there to help block. He comes over alongside Jay Taylor coming in late to help out block, and Hart into the end zone for our first points of the ball game. Minnesota out on top, 6-0. Out comes Mickey Malillo to try and tack home the extra point.
Right now, Hart's averaging 9.3 yards per carry.
Just 3 carries. Lillo, snap spot, kick is up, and it is good. Minnesota with a 7-point lead, 5:19 left to go in the first quarter. If you're new to the Simulation Football League, the SFL combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, it's football for everyone. Swayze on the return now. He can get up to maybe the 24-yard line before he's dogpiled. Here comes Jacksonville. Third drive. Last 2 ended on 3 downs on both drives. We'll see if Jacksonville can get a first down here. In terms of their total offense, they've done it quite regularly this season. 3rd in the league for Jacksonville's offense at 61% of 30. See if we get a chance to rectify those early mistakes. Saunders with a nice move. Spinning back to the interior of the defense. Picks up 7 yards. Now Saunders starting to get going just a bit.
Yeah, this is his 5th attempt, and he finally has positive yards on the stat sheet now.
There's another heavy look here from Jacksonville. Up the middle, little delayed handoff. Sanders gets 2 more on the play. Max Knight with the tackle, finally getting back on the stat sheet for the first time in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think Jacksonville's just happy just running the ball here. I'm just surprised they haven't switched to more passing yet.
With a Power I. 4-3 look out of Minnesota. Stretch play near side. Sanders with blockers in front of them. And that is the third down offense we've come to expect from Jacksonville this season. They're able to convert. Sanders to the 37.
On the third possession of the game, they finally get a first down.
Will that spark maybe a little bit of renewed confidence for this offense? Now they'll spread it. 3 wide receivers, offset eye behind Bruin. 5-step drop, looking over the middle, in and out of the hands of Ochoa. The hit jars the ball free, incomplete.
A big hit there by Derek Meekat, the strong safety. Just gotta hang on to those though if you're Jacksonville.
Running game has gotten off on the right foot finally. O.J. Bruin 0 for 3 now here in the first quarter passing. 8 men in the box here for the Legend defense. Sanders left side, but read expertly by Cody Griffin, the cornerback who gets into the backfield, taking down Sanders for a loss of 1. And now Jacksonville in a very similar scenario.
Yeah, Cody Griffin just came in unguarded. I mean, great for the running back.
4th third down already of this young game. O.J. Bruin in the gun with 5 wideouts. Going to look to throw. Pumps once, looks underneath near side, and make him 0 for 4. Another bone-jarring hit from this Legend defense. Boudet unable to haul it in, and Jacksonville will punt.
I mean, BJ's level has just hit the... He had no chance of catching that ball whatsoever.
Had a shot. The defender says not today. Not this time. And Minnesota are going to be back deep to return. Banks sitting around his own 30-yard line. Howard McCoy, his third punt of the game. And nearly blocked, but McCoy gets it up in the air quick enough. Here comes Banks on the return. Maybe up to the 35-yard line, yes. That is where Minnesota will take over. 3:08 to go here in the first frame of regulation.
And that's the worst throwing field position for Minnesota of the night. With 43 the first possession, 43, and now their own 35.
Colin Hart had a 2-yard rushing touchdown on their last drive, which took all of 6 plays. Took 2 minutes, 12 seconds off the clock. We'll see what they do here on their third drive. Offset eye behind Reno. It will go back to Hart. On the ground game, another couple of nice blocks, but he stuttered stepped at the 40-yard line, falls forward to the 42. Hart with now finding some holes. Gets another big gain.
Yeah, Hart's making it look pretty easy right now, Tyler.
Right around 35 yards tonight on the ground for Colin Hart on 4 attempts. Go back to Hart, right side. Little stutter step at the line of scrimmage, and this time Jacksonville's alive to it. DJ Harper brings him down, no gain, third down.
So far, TJ Harper's all over the field. Come over with some big tackles.
Here comes the offense back to the line for Minnesota. 3 wideouts. Jacksonville playing bump coverage on the outside. Quick drop. Shot over the middle. Cut. There's Jason France, the tight end, picking up the first down to midfield.
That time, Jacksonville came out in a 3-3 defense, left the middle of the field pretty much open. Great pitch and catch there.
Minnesota convert on another third down. Now we go back to the ground game. Hart, nothing doing. John Martin tackles Hart at the line of scrimmage.
It's the first carry by Hart that didn't gain yardage.
That'll bring up second down. Another couple wide receivers set. That's 2 wide receivers, Hart on the line to the left, the little flex route, pass near side, Taylor gets it, bulldozes a man, picks up the first down. Excellent open field running from Jay Taylor.
Yeah, I mean, he caught the ball, knew where he was, turned it upfield, broke a tackle. Great play there. Great play call.
Gooden, who's made a couple of good tackles in his tenure. 9 seasons in the league, just couldn't bring down all 220 pounds of the 6'5" wide receiver. That puts Minnesota on Jacksonville's 35. 4 wideouts as Reno's in the gun. He's going to look to pass, slants over the middle. Taylor, they go back to him. He picks up another 15, and Minnesota are on the doorstep of the red zone.
That's trusting your receiver, Tyler. He was surrounded by 4 defenders. Put the ball where only his receiver could catch it.
You run
Great
that
play.
risk with the slant pattern, don't you, Ray? With all those defenders sitting in the middle of the field.
Yes, you do. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
For that play, it worked for the legend. 1st and 10. Reno, another slant play, just has to get rid of it to Hart. He turns upfield, but it's 1 shoelace out of bounds after picking up 2 yards.
And too bad that ball went him out of bounds because there's nothing but daylight in front of him. That could have been like a 10-yard gain at least.
Oh, now from the 18-yard line. Minnesota put back-to-back drives together with a score. Essentially the last play of the first quarter. 2-step drop for Reno, pass middle, that is caught for another Minnesota first down. Jay Taylor to the 9-yard line, and that will take us to the end of the first quarter. 7-0 Minnesota here in St. Paul. Welcome back to Northwood Stadium here in Minnesota. Tyler Falk, Rochelle Colston here on the call. Special thanks to Zach Holdorf and Ron Haynes and the Stats truck. Of course, the commissioner is also our producer, Cameron Irvine, back at SFL headquarters. Might be bringing us a game break from LA and Florida here soon. We might find out shortly. Nice move from Hart. Oh, the move again. Oh, a shame he didn't get a touchdown for an excellent open field run from Colin Hart.
What did he do there, Tyler? It was a spin move, and breaking tackle. I mean, you almost have to give it to him.
Whoop-de-doo, he did a whoop-de-doo. Left, right, and center. And it gets him to Jacksonville's 1. 2nd and goal. Pressure coming.
Oh.
Reno just got out of his hands in time. Untouched was Joey Schwitt. Oh, that was close.
Man, let's face it. Johnny Reno does not get sacked that many times. He's been sacked. This is his 10th sack on the season. He's number 2 in the league.
That would have been his 10th sack if he had not
that's
gotten
true.
the ball out of his hands. As 3rd and goal from the 1, Reno changing things up at the line. Heavy set versus heavy set. Good old smash mouth football. Commissar can't get it in from a yard out. How many times we see that last week? And it'll be 4th and goal from the 1. Jacksonville's defense holds strong.
Good stand by the Minnesota defense there. Holding them to a field goal.
Out comes the kicking unit, Mickey Malillo. This one, just a gimme from 18 yards out. Low snap corralled by Thousand Lakes. Kick is up from Malillo, and it's now a 10-point lead here for the legend. The SFL convention is coming to Cincinnati, Ohio, July 28th through the 30th for season 21's kickoff weekend. For room reservation details and the weekend schedule, see the convention alerts channel in the SFL Discord server. Rooms are going fast. Reserve your special group rate today. We'll see you there. I definitely will see you there. Rochelle, are you going to be at the convention in Ohio this year?
I'm pretty sure I'll be going this year, Tyler.
That sounds like fun. Be good to see you again in Cincinnati, Ohio. as the return from Sweezy gets up to the 24. Jacksonville on a 10-point hole and have punted on their first 3 possessions. Now does a new quarter change things here for Jacksonville's offense?
I know, Tyler, it's still early in the game and you're down 10. You've got to put something together here. At least move the chains a few times.
And off middle, Sanders. Just a yard. Axel Raven quickly becoming one of the most sure tacklers in the league. Brings him down after a pickup of 1 yard.
Yeah, Sanders has 9 attempts, 13 yards. He's got, the up the middle runs just aren't there for him tonight.
Four wideouts here for Bruin. It's a QB sneak, and it goes nowhere. Maybe a yard on the play, and they hustle back to the line.
Oh, no.
This time it'll be a pass, a traditional pass. Right side, Swayze is there. Plenty of open room for him. And O.J. Bruin's first pass in the second quarter is his first completion, and it results in a first down for Jacksonville. They'll hustle back to the line now here on first down as Bruin takes another run up the middle, pays for it, and goes backward maybe an inch as he's taken down. Right there at the 40-yard line, Max Knight brings him down. Back to the line they come. Another QB sneak. This one results in 2 yards. Brought down by Meerkat. Back to the line they come. Third down again here for Jacksonville. Bruin will look to throw. This time over the middle. Can he turn upfield? No. This one will be 3 yards short of the line to gain. Pitch and catch to Goldie Morrison. And Jacksonville will be forced to punt for the 4th time today.
I'm still trying to figure out this play calling we have going here. I'm not sure what they saw on the defense, but the quarterback sneak was not working.
Well, from what I can gather, Jacksonville is a run-first offense, and they're going to run it and try and pound it down your throat. And then on third down, they'll try and get it through the air, and that might be where some of their issues have lied this season. Been able to convert on third down a majority of the time, being one of the top 3 in the league, but unfortunately, that hurry-up offense is a little ill-fated that time around as Adam Banks gets the return up to Minnesota's 31. That is where they'll set up shop for their next drive. Back-to-back drives resulting in points for Minnesota. Last time it was a field goal 18 yards out. Now they're going to try and air out the football just a little bit. 5 wide here for the legend. Reno middle, caught, first down. A pickup of 12 to Minnesota's 43-yard line. That's a good catch by Mapp.
Yeah, Tyler, Minnesota's not really doing anything fancy. They're just, giving what the defense, just taking what the defense gives them. No big, huge, long plays yet.
Offset eye behind. Reno handoff. Hart near side. Hart gets on a one.
Ooh,
Gets on another one. Colin Hart down the sideline. He's still going. Oh my lips on Colin Hart. He is unstoppable tonight.
Oh, wow. I thought they had him dead to rights back there in the backfield, but he just kept plowing forward. I mean, look at that spin move. How did he get out of that one?
Just unbelievable. Gets out of bounds. That's the one thing that can stop Hart if it isn't a touchdown tonight. Quickly closing in on 90 yards, which is a major milestone here in league history. He needs 19 more yards to become the 4th player in SFL history to get to the 13,000-yard mark.
Wow.
Reno looking for Comisac out of the flats. Comisac turns upfield, gets 3 yards, taken down by Bernard Gooden and company at the 27.
And that ball was thrown a little bit behind him. He's looking at even a positive gain at all, honestly.
Second down upcoming here for Minnesota. 3 wide receivers. Jacksonville's DBs creep up close to the line. Hand off Hart through the middle. Breaks off another tackle before falling down at the 25-yard line. Taken down by Harper. Another tackle from TJ Harper tonight.
So he's been all over the field. That's his 3rd.
Alcini again behind Reno. 2 wideouts off to the right here on 3rd and 5. Linebacker showing blitz, but will back off. Pass near side. Caught Taylor with room to run upfield. He gets inside the 10. Dragging defenders out of bounds to the 8-yard line. And it's another 1st and goal for the Legend.
That play looked very similar to the last play, you know, to the sideline when he needed a 1st down. They go to Taylor almost every time.
Here comes Minnesota now again. 8 yards away from Taters. Tomasak, middle. He breaks out of a tackle, then is stapled to the turf by Bott.
What a big hit to bring down a big guy on the field there. Run full steam ahead up the middle.
4th carry of the ball game here for Tomasak. 10 yards in total on the ground tonight. Taylor in tight on the line, near side. They go Hart, and Hart turns around, but is greeted by John Martin. It's a loss of 2.
Great job by the defense to get Hart there once. No gain. Actually, a tackle for loss.
That brings up 3rd down here for the Legend. They're 50% here tonight. 2 of 4. 3rd and goal over the middle. France gets 3, but no more. The red zone woes continue as Jorge Torres brings him down. Another short field goal upcoming for Melillo.
Yeah, and great job by Jacksonville. I mean, this could be a 21-0 game right now, and they're holding down 2 field goals and just 1 touchdown.
So the 2nd drive in a row, which will result in an 18-yard field goal here for Mickey. Like hash, snap spot, kick is up, it is good. 13 donut, Minnesota with the lead here at home. Miss any SFL action? Want to fast forward your SFL experience? Check out highlights of SFL games on the SFL YouTube channel and on Highlight Nation, provided by Victor's Valiant, YouTube's premier sports highlight maker. Subscribe to Highlight Nation and Victor's Valiant on YouTube for all your college football and basketball highlight needs. Had a couple of crazy games this past weekend. Canton, Queen City's game, London, Houston. It was the underdogs early, Rochelle, and then everything happened in the second half. Vancouver took down Sioux Falls. London clinches the North Division, and so much to review. Taking the highlight packages, which are right here on the SFL YouTube channel. I highly encourage you to watch those highlights. 5-step drop here from Bruin. Pressure coming. Floater middle, and the hit had something to do with that ball trajectory. Looking for his intended target. Ellington, nothing doing. Incomplete pass.
I mean, Jacksonville tried to catch the defense off guard there. Usually they run on 1st down.
Up comes the line, Bruin, and they're going to try and throw the football again. 5 wide receivers here for Jacksonville. Bruin with a 4-man brush, flowing right side, and he was pressured into that one. Looking to Goldie Morrison on the corner route, but Meerkat coming off the edge provided just enough uneasy hesitance to force a bad pass.
These defensive pressures are wreaking havoc on one of his throws here. And that's 2 throws that were totally off target.
Another 5 wide set here for Jacksonville. 4-man rush for Minnesota, and this time we'll find a receiver, Morrison. They ran the same exact play to differing results, and they convert on 3rd down.
He took a big hit at the end of that play. And then he got the ball off this time to his receiver. Great job by the quarterback there.
Very nice throw from O.J. Bruin. showing a bit of what he can do when all is said and done. 22 yards for Morrison on that last pitch and catch. Brings up another first down here for the Kings. Split backfield, handoff. Sanders taken out by his kneecaps. 2 yards behind the line. Buster Johnson with his 6th TFL of the season.
Wow, this defense has come to play today, Tyler.
Definitely allowing no quarter here at home. Sanders, near side with a blocker, gets out of one tackle, and it's a good 9-yard pickup. Sanders' best run of the ball game.
I have to agree, this is the best run we've seen tonight.
Certainly the
Some
longest.
good blocking there.
Got a block from Rob Garcia, the second-string tight end. That helps get another couple extra yards, makes this third down much more manageable. Our eye look out of Jacksonville. The defensive line shift in the direction of the strong side. Sanders pancaked, sandwiched, gobbled up. No gain. Raven and company there. 4th down, Jacksonville.
I mean, for Jacksonville here, you almost have to go for it. You're 13 points down. 2 minutes left in the half.
They need a little spark, don't they? 4th and 1 from Minnesota's 43. 9 men on the line for the defense. Handoff. Sanders, good. First down on 4th down for Sean Sanders. Blocking was excellent. Got the yards needed.
I was excited that they snapped the ball, Tyler.
It's getting close to the end of the half, partner, and I would have been shocked if they would have tried to get Minnesota jump offside, because we haven't seen a whole lot of penalties, especially not a whole lot of jumpiness from that D line. 1st and 10, they go back to Sanders, who goes right side and can't get outside quick enough. He's brought down by Rick Evans. Got his first career pick 6 in the loss versus Tulsa last week. Comes up with a stop here as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Can Jacksonville get that 0 out of their column, get a crooked number up there? We'll find out here when we return. 13-0 Minnesota here on SFL YouTube. 2 minutes to go. OJ Bruin will start off these 2 minutes in the gun with Sanders off to his left along with Cripps wide receivers. Passing middle and a little bit of miscommunication between quarterback and receiver Bill Swayze, and it brings up 3rd and 10.
These Minnesota defenders come up with these big hits that just knocks the ball loose from these receivers. That time it was Axel Raven, outside linebacker.
Another 3rd down. They failed to convert on their last 3rd down, but could convert on the 4th. Can they convert on this 3rd down? Looking to throw. Bruin under pressure, escapes it, looking for the end zone. Tip, fumble, and incomplete. Oh, so close to Ochoa. Right nearly had the pick, and it falls incomplete. And it brings up 4th down.
He had 2 chances to catch that ball, Tyler. He still couldn't come up with it.
What a diving attempt from Griffin, but Ochoa, with defenders all around him, heard certainly a thunderous amount of footsteps in his ears. Unfortunately, unable to haul it down after his quarterback made a fantastic play in the pocket. And after converting on 4th down this earlier, they will have to punt on this 4th down. McCoy angling it toward the near sideline. That's going to take a Minnesota bounce out of Jacksonville. Hop and down at the 1-yard line. So the special teams providing a little bit of life here for Jacksonville. Can they get backfield and maybe put 2 points on the board? We'll find out here rather quickly.
Great punt. I mean, you can't ask for anything better than that.
What a shock this would be, a safety.
Yep, I was just going to say the same thing.
Almost trying to, wait a second. This is a dangerous formation. This is a swing pass, 100%. of the day here in the SFL. Last time they did it, they nearly got into the backfield to take down Reno. This time, Hart gets the pass cleanly and gets 9 yards. Whoa, that's not the kind of play call you want for the 1 yard line. It worked for Minnesota that time.
I was holding my breath as soon as they snapped the ball, Tyler. I was like, uh-oh.
Already seen a pick six or a couple pick sixes on that play alone from a similar spot in a couple different games earlier this season from multiple different teams. 2nd and 1 now for the 10-yard line. Comisac up the middle, and he can get 1 yard. How about it when the short yardage situation comes up? Comisac to the 12-yard line, pick up a 2. It looks like Minnesota will try and milk out the rest of this clock as they will get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, they don't plan on using any timeouts, apparently. They're just watching the clock tick away. I guess if you have a 13-point lead, you don't want to throw an interception here.
Oh, they come out with a shotgun look.
I know.
We'll see what happens. Reno, middle, open, caught by Quagmam. That's 9.5 yards. The 22-yard line. Clock will roll. And might we get one more play? I don't think so, but they might try and snap one.
Hey, after seeing them pass just now, I'm like, okay.
This definitely isn't a passing formation. 10 seconds to go. They hand off to Hart. Near side. He's taken down in the backfield by the defender Martin. And that puts a wrap on the first half. Low scoring affair. But the Legends so far are shutting out Jacksonville 13-0. Rochelle, this game has flown by. And it's been a whole lot of punting. Jacksonville, and a whole lot of field goals from Minnesota.
Yeah, I mean, Minnesota's just letting Jacksonville in there. I mean, they're getting down the field, they're getting into the red zone, and they're settling for field goals. Jacksonville's just hanging around here.
Just barely over 100 yards total offensive production here for Jacksonville today. Minnesota, they've done all right, that it must be said. Reno over 110 passing yards. Bruin still trying to get past 50, unfortunately. But it's been this defense just unsettling these wide receivers. Bruin, for the longest time, was unable to connect until this play here when he connected with Bill Swayze for his first completion. But it's been this defense which has really frustrated the Jacksonville wide receiving corps partner.
Definitely. I mean, even when they should catch the ball, their defenders are just knocking the ball loose. These huge hits.
Not a whole lot of deflections, just being physical, and that's reminiscent of a purple and gold Minnesota team, also known as the Purple People Eaters, way back in the annals of Minnesota sports lore, as the Legend try and replicate those legends of the game here in St. Paul as we welcome you back to Northwood Stadium here in Minnesota. Tyler Falk and Rochelle Colston deputizing for Brett Solberg here today. Thank you to Rochelle for stepping up. Of course, thanks to Ron Haynes and Zach Holdorf for the stats truck, and the commissioner, Cameron Irvine, who's back at SFL headquarters producing today's contest. And I've yet to hear from the Florida-LA game. Maybe we get an update soon as Adam Banks gets the return up to the 23-yard line, and we'll take a look more definitely at these numbers. 11 first downs for Minnesota, certainly demonstrating why they are out in front by a large margin.
But more importantly, O.J. Bruin has not thrown an interception in this game so far, so there's a positive there.
Say both quarterbacks being very conservative after Reno threw 4 last week. Both quarterbacks minding their P's and Q's to this point. And Hart, he's met at the line of scrimmage. He does keep the legs turning just enough to get a yard. That just shows his toughness against a very capable defender as Joey Switt.
It's keeping the defense honest. They're keeping the run game going.
Offset eye behind Reno. 2 wideouts off to the right here on second down. 4-3 look out of Jacksonville. The linebacker showing blitz. Comisac, the fullback, gets the call. He'll pick up a couple more yards. 3 all told. Poor Bernard Gooden brings him down, and that brings up third down.
And for Jacksonville, you need to come up with a big stop here, get the ball back to your offense, keep your defense off the field.
Bunch set near far side. Reno going to look near side. Wide open is Adam Banks, and Banks will spin up field for extra yardage to the 40-yard line. First down, Minnesota.
That's Banks' first reception of the night. First time we called his name.
Besides the special teams duties, which he's accustomed to, punt returns and kickoff returns. Catch. Could pick up a 13 yards. Chains. Similar formation as we have seen all night long. This offset eye, 2 wide receiver look. Go back to the fullback Comisac, who gets more than a couple yards. Make that 5 total yards. Sets up Minnesota pretty well on second down.
That Comisac's longest carry of the night.
5 yards for Comisac on his 7th carry of the contest. Definitely looks more like a composed, calm, cool, and collected offense from Minnesota compared to last week. Hart trying to spin away from one, but spins into Forrest Dalton on the outside. Picks up 2 yards. And now another third down upcoming for the legend.
Yeah, a great open field tackle on Hart that time. It was usually very hard to bring down the open field.
This drive taking up a considerable length of time. Already hit the 8.5-minute mark. Hart near side, scoots away from one and gets the first down to Jacksonville's 45-yard line. Picks up 7, and the drive will continue.
And Hart's just getting it done. It's like we need the big play, comes up with one. When he reads the defense.
Angling his body, very agile is Kyle Hart. Just trying to ski his way. Little moguls in the defense, if you will. There are now 8 minutes to go. Reno looking for a slant pattern. Instead finds Colin Hart right side, turning upfield, spinning away, but did step out of bounds. Second time he's done that tonight there on that far sideline. Only a 2-yard gain.
Yep. The sidelines seem to be his nemesis right now. If it wasn't for that, he'd keep going straight. Nobody was going to bring him down at that point.
Let's go.
Now it's an offset single back look. 3 wide receivers. Tight end Jason France on the line to the right. 3-3 nickel from Jacksonville. Reno near side. Banks on the out route. Leaning forward. Got another first down. Mr. Reliable, as he's called here in Minnesota. His second grab of the quarter. Picks up another Minnesota first down.
He's got 2 catches for 21 yards so far tonight. He's quiet in the first half, but calling his name a lot here.
Only 2 incompletions for Johnny Reno as he looks for Hart out of the backfield with room to run. And Hart picks up 8 before a trio of Kings gets on him at the Jacksonville 27.
I see Minnesota run that play over and over again, and it works every single time. I mean, they got to find an answer to it.
You think they're scared of maybe playing a little bit too much up in the flats on defense, or expecting them maybe trying to protect something deep from the likes of Jake Taylor and Simons? Maybe that's the issue. Up the middle goes Comisac. He muscles his way through the middle of the line, and another legend first down to the 20.
And now the Minnesota offense is firing on all cylinders. They're getting everybody involved. Comisac's having success. Hart's having success. They're having success passing the ball.
Both backs, Hart and Comisac, now combining for just over 100 yards on the ground today. Jacksonville send the pressure. Pass right side. Tipped and nearly caught by Banks off the deflection, but it will fall incomplete.
Great defensive coverage there, and Banks almost came up with it anyway. In the end zone at that.
While the clock has stopped, that's officially a 4-minute, 50-second drive to this point here for Minnesota as they continue to try and take away as much clock as possible. And part right side, got a block. It's 4 yards. Up to Jacksonville 16. He's got 89 tonight.
This Jacksonville defense is getting tired at this point, Tyler. They've been on the field forever.
Now at 12,999 yards on the ground. Colin Hart just couldn't get one more. As Reno pumps once, looking for the middle of the field, bobbled by 3 different defenders. Ball's incomplete, looking for Mr. Reliable. And here comes Melillo to try his 3rd field goal of the night.
And talk about a dangerous pass. Oh my gosh. Lucky that wasn't an interception going the other way.
We touched on that earlier, partner. Throwing it into the middle of that field, it's a risk-reward type of situation.
And once again, they're settling for a field goal, letting Jacksonville stay in this game.
Melillo's hit from 18 yards twice. This one is longest of the night, 33 yards. Right hash, snap spot, kicks up, and it is good. Minnesota 16, Jacksonville still held scoreless. Next Saturday on Next Level Sports, the 2 biggest surprises of the SFL's 20th anniversary season will meet at the historic Hive, where the 8-1 Atlanta Swarm hosts the 7-2 Tulsa Desperados, with the winner likely clinching a first-round bye. Kickoff is at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. For a complete channel guide, visit NLSE.com.
That should be a great game, Tyler.
I'm looking forward to it. What a drive from Minnesota. 5 minutes, 24 seconds all told, culminating with that 33-yard field goal. Here comes Swayze on the return. Excellent return from Swayze. Best kickoff return of the night. And we now get an update from Florida and LA. Back to SFL headquarters in Cameron, Irvine.
Game update is now ready, I suppose. Los Angeles gets their screen blown up, but instead, Tommy Rahman in the back of the end zone scores. Los Angeles has the lead over Florida, 10-6 in the second. Florida needs a win to keep their playoff hopes alive. Back to you, Tyler.
Thanks, Cam. What a pass there from Richardson. What excellent touch. Rochelle, you must be happy about your quarterback getting that pretty little pass into the end zone.
Definitely. Especially the Tommy Rahman of all people.
Absolutely. Handoff left side for Saunders on first down. Goes 5 yards. And that brings Jacksonville up to their own 43-yard line. They come out here on second down with 3 wide receivers and an offset eye behind. Through it. Again goes Sanders' way through the middle. And he is picked up and dropped by Mark Mello after a gain of 1.
Jacksonville's sticking to their game plan, Tyler. They're going to keep running this ball.
Our eye. They go to the ground for the 3rd straight play in a row. 8 men in the box. Handoff left side. Minnesota gets the wrong side. And Sanders is off to the left-hand side to the 40-yard line as Jacksonville finds a chink in the armor and gets a long gain on the ground.
I think that was a touchdown saving tackle there by B.J. Loveless.
16 yards for Sean Sanders. Slowly but surely getting longer and longer runs, tiring out this Minnesota defense. Cross midfield for what seems to be the first time in forever. 3 wide now here for the Kings. And middle fumble.
Oh, no.
Sanders lost it, but it's fell onto by Kingston Ellington. Right place, right time. Jacksonville keeps the ball.
Wow, that was scary for a second there.
Might have been Buster Johnson who knocked it free. Sanders, a little short guy running around on that football field. 5'7". Buzz Johnson, big ol' 6'1" of him. Bring us down as they go left side with Sanders. That'll pick up the yard lost and 2 more, up to Minnesota's 38. Need a few more yards to get into Jordan Bradshaw range. get their first points in the ball game, you'd think.
We need to keep this drive alive just to keep their defense off the field.
Come out in a bunch. Set near side, one wide receiver, top of your screen, all alone out there. Bruin gonna look over the middle, caught by Swayze, looking for the first down, can't get there. Gets to the 31-yard line, but that might be enough for Jordan Bradshaw, and Jacksonville looking to put the shutout behind them.
Now, do you kick the field goal or you go for it here? I think you go for it, Tyler.
Already converted on 4th down once this contest. A timeout now would only leave them with 2 and would really put the pressure on them to make something happen. Here's O.J. Bruin. They do get a false start. A tackle behind the line of Allen Urban goes backward, but it's free 5 yards and a free first down here for Jacksonville as Mark Mello jumps offside.
A gutsy move by Jacksonville there, but, you're down 16-0. You have to do something.
That moves the chains for Jacksonville in a little bit of an unconventional way. We talked after Jacksonville converted the first time on 4th down that Minnesota, pretty composed, pretty confident, and hadn't jumped offside at that point. Well, Mark Mello just snaps that streak in half. Now Jacksonville from the Minnesota 26-yard line. Urban is now the tailback, taking over for Sean Sanders, who's having a break on the sideline. He picks up 2 yards. The backup gets some love.
Here, 2nd and 8. You're on the 24. I mean, you have to score here. You have to get into the end zone.
Other goal line, or power eye, excuse me, left side. Here is Sanders back in the game. He gets a yard before being depleted by Cody Griffin. And up comes another 3rd down here for Jacksonville.
At least I'd like to see one shot at the end zone, at least, from Jacksonville tonight.
I think some of the fans back home in Jacksonville would certainly appreciate a touchdown. Maybe some of the fans here would appreciate maybe the game being a little closer, and that over-under looking pretty scary at the moment. Bruin under pressure.
Oh, no.
He goes! Angela Meerkat brings down a O.J. Bruin for a loss on the play, back to the 28-yard line, and Jacksonville will have to settle for a field goal.
At least they're still in field goal range. At least they'll get some points on the board, hopefully, at this point.
A very good drive, all being said here for Jacksonville. The 11th play is a snap, a spot, and Bradshaw's kick is good from 45. Get a crooked number up there, Jacksonville. That's something to celebrate. 28 seconds to go in the 3rd. It's 16-3, Minnesota. Hey, don't leave the broadcast without joining our Discord server. There's so much more to do in the SFL than just being a player. Join to check out content for teams and about the league created by the community. Participate in pick'em games, play SFL fantasy football, and test your skills in the Survivor Pool. Join our server, visit simulationfl.net, and click on the Discord icon on the top banner. The SFL community's 2,000 strong. We'll see you there. And unfortunately, since Las Vegas lost earlier this weekend, I am now officially out of the Survivor Pool. Sad days. Actually, a lot of folks got knocked out of the Survivor Pool this past weekend. Vegas lost, a couple other teams lost, and now Minnesota gets to maybe put a smile on a few hometown fans' faces.
Yep, Tyler, I played a couple of years ago and actually won and decided not to play this year.
How much you win, Rochelle, in the Survivor Pool?
I think it was like $700.
That's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Hart gets the call. Cannot get the 1 yard needed. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Oh, they'll give it to him. That's 90 yards. That's 13,000 in Colin Hart's career. The 4th player to do so.
And what a great milestone for a great player. Congratulations, Colin Hart.
One of the most prolific backs of Sioux Falls fame, comes to Minnesota, makes a name for himself here. As we close out the third quarter, 16-3, Minnesota on top. Over to Chris Curtis. He's going to tell you what our rights are. Stay tuned.
Presentation of the Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
4s, 12s, 86s, 68s. All up in the stands and in chats. Thanks for joining us here from Northwood Stadium. Tyler Falk alongside Rochelle Colston here in the booth. Ron Haynes, Zach Holdorf in the stats truck. Back at SFL headquarters is the commissioner and producer, Cameron Irvine. Handoff goes for 2 yards to Colin Hart for Minnesota. That picks up 2. And if you're not seeing things, folks, Minnesota is in the green and silver, not the purple and gold as some of us are used to. 3rd and 8 here for the legend. 5 wide receivers, slants over the middle, looking for Simons. Got him to the 35-yard line. First down, Minnesota.
The first time we called Simons' name tonight, I do believe.
I believe you are correct there, Rochelle. He does come alive later on in ball games when the defense is more focused on Jay Taylor. He picks up a good chunk of yards, up to 35.
He's a sneaky receiver. Usually he gets a big yardage in games.
Brand new set of downs here for the Legends. 4-3 look out of Jacksonville. 4 tight end look here from Minnesota. Swing pass, left side, Hart. Room to run. Gets out of 1 and is flattened at the 44-yard line. He gains 9 on the swing pass.
And Jacksonville is still giving Hart that, out route to the side. The swing pass is just working for them. I don't know why they don't use it every play.
Such a speedy back. It's hard to account for him, especially when you're all bunched up close to the line of scrimmage, maybe expecting a run. Flip backfield here on 2nd down. Komisak gets the call. Nothing doing. John Martin, who's an excellent reader of the game, has seen one too many fullback dives and denies Komisak any yards.
Komisak's been stopped a couple of times, right? And it's a little short yardage plays. Good job by the defense.
They come out in the same exact formation. Will it be another fullback dive? Answers in chat. 3, 2, 1. Komisak up the middle. First down, Minnesota. It works this time.
I'm surprised to see the same play called twice when it didn't work the first time, but kudos to Minnesota. It worked.
Martin, after reading the play well, expected maybe a pass on 3rd and short. Catches Jacksonville off guard. Minnesota convert on 3rd down. Down marker flips back to 1. Bunch set near side. Pass near side. Jason France turning upfield inside the 35 and leaning forward the 32-yard line as they cross midfield in a hurry.
That's a big man to bring down the sideline, too.
Big gain of 19 yards. Gets Minnesota into Jacksonville territory. Their 32-yard line. Split backfield. Minnesota took over for close to 5.5 minutes on their last drive. This one might be a little bit quicker. Pass left. Bachagalupe, first time we've called his name on the ledger, gets reception for 3.
I was just going to say he's the only offensive weapon we haven't seen tonight, but now I'm wrong.
Here we are. Here we are. Only 1 touchdown in the ball game. That went to Colin Hart way back early on in the first quarter as Reno hit up the middle. Joey Schwitt, it's been a long time coming. He gets to the quarterback, brings him down for a sack on the play.
Like I said, Johnny Reno does not get a sack very often. This is his 10 on the season. They're number 2 in the league.
First sack of the ball game, indeed his 10th, and for Joey Schwitt, that is sack number 10 here for Jacksonville, the team leader in sacks in that category. 3rd down. Reno blitz coming over the middle, looking for France, bobbled, incomplete. Hit jars the ball free. And for the first time drawing the ball free, it's a member of Jacksonville, not Minnesota.
Great hit by Young Vot, number 20, the free safety. Coming up big on that play there.
4th and 11. A Melillo field goal would put the lead back out to 16. This will be the longest of the game. 49 and a half, maybe 50 yards officially. Let the clock run down to about 6 seconds. Kick is up from Melillo. It's a little wayward, and it's no good.
Wow.
Melillo misses his second kick of the season.
You know, you get into the red zone and you're settling for field goals, and then you miss the field goal. Tough night.
That long 50-yard attempt goes no good. It invites Jacksonville back into this game, only down by 13 with 7:10 to go.
In pretty good field position at that.
9 men in the box for Minnesota. Handoff Sanders. Sanders driven backward after gaining a yard. He's at 54 tonight. Did have that fumble, and unfortunately for him, Ellington was able to jump on that. And second down upcoming here for the Kings.
Now, at what point, Tyler, did Jacksonville abandon this run game? I mean, you're down 13. You have 6 minutes left on the clock. At one point, you have to start passing the ball.
I think closer to the 4-minute mark, we might see a more urgent offense here as they go a delayed handoff for Sanders, but nothing doing. Buster Johnson busting through the offensive line. It's a loss of 3 on the play.
Wow, that's something that should never have happened. You've got to get positive yardage here every time.
3rd and long here for Jacksonville. Might have to cross one of the 10,000 lakes here in Minnesota to get the first down. 5 wide receivers. Bruin, 4-man rush, passing middle, and he gets across Lake Minnetonka for Kingston Ellington for the first down.
I mean, great coverage by the defense, but a great job by the receiver to hold on to that ball because he was hit at the end of it.
A little post route, just undercutting Johnny Bravo for the first down, and both quarterbacks, while they might not have a touchdown to their name, still keeping things relatively clean. And off middle, Sanders this time hurdles Johnson and gets a yard on the play, and it brings up second down. 5.5 to go. You might want to start passing the football. This conservative offense can only help you for so long.
And not only that, but Sanders is not having a great night. He's got 22 attempts and 53 yards, averaging 2.4 yards a carry. Yeah, you got to be more productive than this. You got to score points.
Backs in the backfield are on second down. Bruin going to look to throw. Middle, finds a man. Caught Swayze. The 30-yard line, another Jacksonville first down as they keep the chains moving.
This is what I expect to see more out of Jacksonville at this point. It's a little 10-yard passes, which just seem to work for them right here.
Trips to Bruin's right as he's under center here on first down. And it's a quarterback sneak, 3rd time today. They're going back into the same formation.
Oh, no.
2nd and 7. This time, Bruin will pass. Looking corner route. This time it's picked off. And Minnesota will get the first takeaway of the ball game. Johnny Bravo had 3 last week. Gets his first in the 4th.
And this may be the nail in the coffin, Tyler.
4:33 to go. Minnesota have the football and one of the best tailbacks in league history in the backfield. 1st and 10. Here for Minnesota. Swing pass, left side Hart gets a block. He stutter steps and is clotheslined at the 14-yard line. A pickup of 5 as the clock will start to melt away.
If you're Minnesota, you either run the ball with Hart or you do the little swing pass to Hart because it works. And you just end the game that way.
Getting close to 50 yards through the air is Colin Hart. Second down, split backfield, 3 tight ends. Linebackers showing blitz, expecting a run. Question is, which back do they give it to? Goes to the fullback. Comisac lowers his shoulder, picks up the first down. Now under 4 minutes, and Comisac slow to get up, but he eventually does rise to his feet.
Yep, I was just going to say, I don't think he's getting up, Tyler.
Fortunately for Minnesota, they don't have to call out the trainers, as it looked like he was in some discomfort. Reno will nonchalantly mosey up back to the line as they look to continue to milk more and more of this clock. This time it's Hart with the give. He tries to shift off to the right, picks up 3 to the Minnesota 24-yard line. Want to remind you that APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. Really do like going to these split back sets. Had 3 tight ends on a play ago. This time they come out with 2 and a wide receiver all tucked in on the line. Comisac, middle, tries to lower the shoulder again and gets a little help from a defender behind him trying to bring him down. Third and short. After the 2-minute warning here from St. Paul, Minnesota. 3rd and 1. Shell quickly. Jacksonville have a shot at this?
I don't think so. I think Minnesota's going to just keep running the ball, using both their backs.
They'll definitely need a stop here on 3rd down when we come back after the 2-minute warning. 16-3, Minnesota with a 13-point lead. Can they hold on? You're watching the SFL's Week 12 of the 20th anniversary season right here on YouTube. Johnny Reno under center. Split. Backfield no more. It's an offset eye. Handoff hard. Taken down. Loss of 2 on the play. Taken it down. And Minnesota will have to punt. Forrest Dalton with the crucial tackle. Now we're going to see if the defense just gave Jacksonville a little bit of life.
And what a great stand by the defense there, because Comisac and Hart were just having their way there for a little while.
Bill Swayze has 5 punt return touchdowns this season. That's the best in the league. Can he get number 6? Jacksonville on the pressure, but it's the punts away from Ryan Platt. Swayze on the return. Can he get out of it? No, it's only a short, maybe 1, maybe 2-yard return for Swayze, the 39-yard line. So Jacksonville down by 14. They don't need field goals. They don't need short drives. They need touchdowns, and they're going to have to go through the air. O.J. Bruin, only 15 passing attempts on the ball game. We're going to see that number skyrocket here soon.
And only 6 completions, Tyler.
One set near side. Here for Bruin. Looks to pass. Middle. Caught in triple coverage. First down across midfield to Ellington to the Minnesota 41. Bruin back to the line. Looking to throw again. Blitz coming off his back foot.
Oh my God.
Throw from O.J. Bruin. He finds Ochoa, and that's Jacksonville's first touchdown. Oh, what a play from O.J.
And that time, Ochoa just got behind everybody. And what a great pass by O.J. Bruin. Just walks himself right into the end zone. Wow.
Leave the best to last, O.J. Bruin. Oh, what a play off his back foot, rolling to his left. Finds Ochoa on the post route. And now Jacksonville, 7 points down. This to make it 6. Bradshaw, only his second appearance in the ball game, puts double digits on the scoreboard. And oh boy, things just got interesting in the land of 10,000 lakes.
Where has this offense been all night, Tyler?
Here we go. The all-important onside kick. Bradshaw has it off kilter on the tee. Good high bounce. Bobbled by Minnesota, but it's picked up by a lineman. And a lineman's nearly got some space to rumble. That's big ol' Evelyn Pine who got the ball. And Jacksonville's defense is going to have to hold Minnesota 4 yards, 3 plays. Jacksonville does have 2 timeouts. They play their cards right. They could still have a shot at this game.
That lineman must have been like, oh my gosh, I have the ball. What do I do?
What do I do with it, indeed? Goal line eye. Hand up Hart through the middle. He's stuffed at the line of scrimmage by Forrest Dalton, who got a little help there at the end. Jacksonville's second timeout. 2nd and 10.
Well, if they can hold Jacksonville from not scoring a field goal by containing Hart and Comisac here, things could get very interesting.
Still from the 39-yard line, 4 yards away from Malillo's range, who has missed from 50 yards tonight. Might want to get 6 or 7. But a first down ends it. Offset eye behind Reno. Hand up in the backfield. Tackle for a loss. Logan Gardner.
Oh boy. Coming down to a nail biter.
The Kings are starting to awaken late in this 4th quarter. Reno is going to have to air it out from the 40-yard line of Jacksonville. No, run, middle, Hart. Can't get to the 35. Stop to the 36. Clock will roll, but it's 4th down and 8.
Do they bring him a little out here?
They try. If they miss again,
No, they're gonna punt.
it's a shortened field. They will punt it away. Up by 6, under a minute to go. If I do my math quickly in my head, there'll be about 38 seconds to go when Jacksonville get the football. Platt taking his time on the logo. Jacksonville gonna send some pressure. Here they come. Balls away from Platt. Toward the near sideline. Fair catch called for by Sweezy at the 14-yard line. No timeouts. 33 seconds to go. All or nothing for Jacksonville to play spoiler alert here in Minnesota.
Yeah, it's the inability of Minnesota to get the ball into the end zone that has them in this position right now. I mean, it's up for a lot of field goals tonight.
They're going to need a big pass after Bruin's one of the best passes, according to Cam Irvine, he's seen all season. Bruin looking near side, good deflection. Right place, right time for Daniel Wright. Incomplete.
The good news, it stops the clock. You get 3 more shots at it.
I was going to say Cody Griffin, but it was Cody Griffin. My apologies. As it's 2nd and 10, 29 seconds to go. Ochoa, the man with the touchdown on the last drive. 5 wide receivers. Minnesota needs this game to keep up with Tulsa in the division. In the Central Division. Pass underneath. That's short of the first down just across the 20-yard line. 20 seconds to go. They couldn't get out of bounds. Bruin's going to have to hustle up. 16 seconds to go. Now 13 to go. Bruin snaps it. Looking right side. Swayze gets behind a man to the outside. Inside the 50-yard line. Taken out of bounds with 7 seconds to go at the Minnesota 42.
Oh my God, Tyler.
Pins and needles. And it wasn't Swayze. It was Joseph Boudet, the 5th-string wide receiver.
When their second catch of the night, when a big time to come up with one.
One-handed spin and grab. He gets hit in bounds. This game's over. Now it's a hope and a prayer for Jacksonville.
And they got 2 shots, 2 long passes. I'd go for the end zone here.
EB's creeping up here on a Hail Mary. This is the ball game. through it. Stepping up.
Oh, no.
Clutch from Max Knight. Gets his first sack in 2 weeks. And that puts the dagger in the ball game. The legend survive.
Oh my god, this game got crazy at the very, very end, Tyler.
Holy Toledo. Max Knight with the game-saving sack brings Jacksonville down to 2-8. Minnesota are back above 500 for their second time in as many seasons as they have existed. Minnesota back up to a half game behind Tulsa.
Yep, the offseason should be very, very interesting, especially when it comes to the calculations of who's going to the playoffs and who isn't. It's never easy for Cam.
Tulsa 7-2, Minnesota 7-3, Indianapolis, who plays Monday on Impact Monday, also known as the Cam and Paul Monday Night Spectacular. Indy sits at 6-3. This Central Division is crazy. Sioux Falls unfortunately lost to Vancouver. That moved them to 4-6. Their playoff route looks very much in doubt. Jacksonville played with heart there in the last 2 minutes, just couldn't bring it all the way back. A crucial interception from Johnny Bravo there on the outside, and a crucial tackle behind the line by Max Knight puts the ball game to bed. But let it not be said, Jacksonville played hard when they had to there at the end of the football game. Michelle, player of the game tonight, and why?
Gotta be, to me, it has to either be Johnny Reno or Colin Hart.
Johnny Reno, close to 200 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions, a clean game. Hart, 90 yards tonight. Gets 13,000 in his career, fourth player to do so in SFL history. Minnesota wins back of Colin Hart's touchdown, the only touchdown for Minnesota in the ball game, and that goes to Colin Hart. From everyone here in St. Paul, Minnesota, from Rochelle Colston, Ron Haynes, Zach Holdorf, and the commissioner and producer Cameron Irvine, I'm Tyler Falk. More games to come later tonight. Hope you stick around. Until then, good morning, good afternoon, and good night.